In a world where people constantly seek approval, where rejection feels like failure, and where comparison often steals our joy, it's all too easy to give away our power without realizing it. Have you ever felt as if someone else controls your happiness? Do you sometimes wonder why other people's opinions have such an impact on you? Imagine waking up one morning feeling unshaken by anyone's opinions, actions, or words. Picture yourself moving confidently through life with an inner strength that cannot be disturbed. What if you could take back your power and live freely and joyfully? Think about it like holding a glass of water. If someone bumps into you, the water spills out, but if you hold that glass tightly, no one can shake it. Let's dive into some powerful lessons to help you stop giving away your power and reclaim control over your emotions, your confidence, and your life. Number 1. Stop seeking validation from others. One of the most common ways people unknowingly give away their power is by constantly seeking approval from others. Social media likes, compliments at work, or validation from friends and family. These things often make us feel valued and appreciated. But when you rely on external validation to feel worthy, you hand over the reins of your self-esteem to others. Their opinions, moods, and judgments become the foundation for how you view yourself. Actionable steps. Self-reflect regularly. Spend time reflecting on your accomplishments and personal growth, independent of others' feedback. Set personal goals. Instead of seeking approval, try setting small, meaningful goals aligned with your values and celebrate achieving them. For instance, if you value health, set a goal of exercising regularly and celebrate each step, not because others applaud you, but because it resonates with who you are. Shift your question. Instead of, "Do they like me?" ask yourself, "Do I like myself?" This subtle mindset shift is a game changer. When you truly validate yourself, external validation becomes a nice bonus, but not a necessity. Real confidence comes from within, and when you cultivate self-approval, you become less reliant on others for affirmation. Number 2, don't let criticism define you. Criticism is inevitable, but how you handle it determines its impact on you. When we let criticism control our emotions, it has the power to break us down. However, not all criticism is created equal. Constructive criticism can help you improve, while destructive criticism is often rooted in others' insecurities or bitterness. Actionable steps. Learn to filter criticism. Consider the source. Ask yourself, is this feedback coming from someone who genuinely cares about my growth? If not, don't allow it to affect you. Cultivate emotional resilience. When you receive negative feedback, pause, reflect, and assess the intention. If it's meant to harm, dismiss it. If it's constructive, use it to grow. Separate identity from feedback. Recognize that criticism, even constructive, is feedback on your actions, not your identity. By selectively accepting only constructive feedback, you reduce the noise and focus on genuine self-improvement. You maintain your self-worth by remembering that criticism does not define who you are. It's merely a tool for growth. Number 3, set boundaries and stick to them. Boundaries are essential for protecting your time, energy, and emotional well-being. Without them, you may find yourself overwhelmed, overcommitted, and drained. Many people struggle to set boundaries because they fear disappointing others or being seen as selfish. But boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about showing respect for yourself. Actionable steps. Identify your limits. Consider what situations make you uncomfortable or overly stressed, and recognize these moments as signs you may need boundaries. Communicate clearly and firmly. When setting a boundary, Be clear and direct. For instance, if a friend repeatedly interrupts your workday with messages, let them know you'll respond after working hours. Stay consistent. People may test your boundaries, especially if they're accustomed to you being overly accommodating. Hold firm. Consistency reinforces your worth. Boundaries are a powerful form of self-respect. By setting and maintaining them, you're telling the world how you expect to be treated. You gain control over your life and protect your peace. Number 4, don't let rejection break you. Rejection is painful, yet it is one of life's most significant teachers. Whether in relationships, jobs, or friendships, rejection often feels personal and can damage our self-worth. However, rejection isn't a reflection of your value. It's a redirection, guiding you toward better opportunities or different paths. Actionable steps. Reframe rejection as redirection. Instead of asking, "Why did they reject me?" ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Celebrate resilience. Each time you face rejection and bounce back, acknowledge your resilience. Resilience is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. Keep your focus forward. Avoid dwelling on rejections and remain focused on your goals. Remember, every no you encounter brings you closer to a yes that aligns better with your path. Rejection doesn't mean you lack worth. It's simply an indicator that something different may be more suitable. Embrace rejection as a redirection towards something greater. Number 5, take responsibility for your emotions. Often, we blame others for how we feel. "They made me angry," or "he ruined my day," are phrases that indicate we've allowed someone else to control our emotions. However, taking responsibility for your feelings means recognizing that while you may not control what happens, you always control your response. Actionable steps. Pause before reacting. When someone says something hurtful, take a moment to process it before responding. Choose your emotional weight. Decide how much weight to give others' words or actions. If someone criticizes you unfairly, choose not to internalize it. Recognize emotional triggers. Identify what typically upsets you and explore why. Understanding your triggers can help you control your responses. Owning your emotions empowers you to stop relying on external circumstances to determine how you feel. Instead, you process emotions constructively, leading to greater emotional freedom. Number 6, don't let comparison steal your joy. Comparison is a thief of joy. In today's world of social media and highlight reels, it's easy to compare ourselves to others, often leading to feelings of inadequacy. When you compare yourself to someone else, you're essentially saying that their achievements are more valuable than your own. This mindset hands over your power, leaving you feeling inferior. Actionable steps. Focus on your unique path. Everyone's journey is different, and each has its own pace. Recognize and celebrate your unique path without comparing it to others. Limit social media use. Social media often fuels comparison. Consider reducing your time on these platforms or being more mindful of the content you consume. Practice gratitude. Regularly remind yourself of your strengths, achievements, and the progress you've made. Remember, your journey is uniquely yours. When you stop comparing, you'll find greater joy in your own achievements and less fixation on others. Number 7, cultivate self-compassion and forgive yourself. Sometimes, we are our own harshest critics, holding on to mistakes, regrets, and moments of perceived failure. Self-compassion is the act of treating yourself with kindness and understanding, even when things don't go as planned. Forgiving yourself doesn't mean ignoring mistakes. It means acknowledging them, learning, and moving forward. Actionable steps. Speak kindly to yourself. When you make a mistake, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Reflect and learn. Reflect on your mistakes without dwelling on them. Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why did I do this? Let go of regret. Holding on to regret gives power to past mistakes. Focus on what you can control, the present moment, and your future actions. Self-compassion leads to resilience and mental well-being. By forgiving yourself, you free yourself from the weight of past mistakes and move forward with strength. Number 8. Break free from the comparison trap. The urge to compare ourselves to others can be strong, but it often leads to negative self-assessment and distracts us from our own journey. By focusing excessively on others' milestones, we overlook our own progress and ignore the unique qualities that define us. The truth is, everyone's path is different. What works for someone else may not work for us, and that's perfectly okay. One effective way to counteract the comparison trap is by practicing gratitude. When we focus on what we already have, rather than what we lack, we begin to appreciate the blessings and accomplishments in our lives. Each day, take a moment to reflect on your achievements, whether big or small. Write them down if it helps. It could be as simple as completing a task that's been on your mind, or learning something new. Recognizing your own progress will remind you of all you have to be proud of, regardless of anyone else's successes. Additionally, instead of seeing others' achievements as a threat, allow them to inspire you. Shift your mindset from competition to admiration. Use others' accomplishments as proof that success is possible. If they can do it, so can you. However, always remember that your journey is uniquely yours. Rather than aspiring to be like someone else, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Number 9. Practice self-approval daily. One of the most powerful ways to reclaim your personal power is by learning to approve of yourself. In a society where we are constantly exposed to other people's opinions, societal norms, and external pressures, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation from outside sources. Whether it's the praise of a boss, likes on social media, or the approval of family and friends, many of us rely on external affirmation to feel worthy. However, true self-worth comes from within. Self-approval involves recognizing your own value, independent of others' opinions. It means acknowledging that you are enough just as you are, flaws included. This does not mean you should stop striving for improvement. Rather, it means that your self-worth is not tied to your achievements, appearance, or others' judgments. Without internal self-approval, you become dependent on others' validation to feel good about yourself. This places your happiness in someone else's hands. To break free from this cycle, make self-approval a daily habit. Start each day by affirming your worth. Tell yourself, I am worthy of love and respect, or I am proud of who I am becoming. Over time, these affirmations will shape a more positive self-image. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Too often, we fixate on what we have yet to accomplish, forgetting to appreciate how far we have come. Each step forward is a victory, whether it's learning something new or simply making it through a difficult day. Practicing self-approval builds confidence and reinforces the idea that you don't need anyone else's endorsement to feel accomplished. Number 10. Embrace your unique journey. Another essential lesson in reclaiming your power is understanding that your path is uniquely yours. Each person has their own story, filled with its own set of challenges, triumphs, and timelines. Just because someone else has reached a milestone sooner or achieved something you aspire to does not mean you are any less capable or worthy. Life is not a race, it's a journey of individual growth. Think of life like running a race. If you're constantly looking at those running beside you, you'll lose focus, slow down, or stumble. By staying focused on your own lane and pace, you move forward with confidence and joy. Remember, your progress is worth celebrating in its own right. Instead of measuring your success against others, concentrate on your growth. This is where true happiness lies, when you live on your own terms, rather than constantly chasing someone else's version of success. Number 11. Cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Focusing on what you already have, rather than what you lack, is a powerful way to reclaim your sense of self-worth. Gratitude helps you see the good in your life and reminds you of your blessings. Each day, take time to appreciate the things you might otherwise overlook. Good health, supportive friends, achievements, or even small acts of kindness. Gratitude shifts your focus from external validation to inner fulfillment and helps you appreciate your unique journey. When you adopt a mindset of gratitude, you stop feeling envious of others and start valuing your own experiences. This is not only crucial for personal happiness, but also for mental well-being. Studies show that gratitude can significantly reduce stress, increase resilience, and improve overall mental health. Number 12. Shift from competition to inspiration. While competition can sometimes be motivating, too much focus on competing with others can lead to burnout and resentment. Rather than viewing others as rivals, see them as sources of inspiration. Let their achievements motivate you to work harder and pursue your own dreams. Other people's success stories can remind you that success is achievable. Use this as fuel for your growth without letting it define your worth. It's essential to remember that your only true competition is yourself. Aim to improve a little each day, striving to become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. This shift in perspective will bring peace and allow you to celebrate others' achievements while focusing on your personal growth. Number 13. Embrace your flaws and learn from mistakes. Many of us are our harshest critics, particularly when we make mistakes. Self-approval does not mean ignoring our imperfections. It means accepting them and understanding that mistakes are a part of life. Instead of criticizing yourself when you fall short, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Remind yourself that mistakes are opportunities for growth, not a reflection of your worth. Becoming comfortable with failure allows you to embrace new challenges with resilience. When you slip up, remind yourself, it's okay to make mistakes. I'm learning and growing every day. This positive self-talk reinforces your self-approval, helping you view setbacks as stepping stones toward success. Number 14. Trust your own values and instincts. Another way to reclaim your power is by trusting your instincts and honoring your values. Too often, we look to others for guidance on how to live our lives. However, no one knows you better than you know yourself. Trust that inner voice that tells you what aligns with your true self, and don't let others' expectations sway you from your chosen path. Living by your values brings a sense of fulfillment and peace that external validation cannot provide. When you make decisions based on what feels right to you, rather than trying to please others, you're more likely to find true happiness. Number 15. Build resilience through daily self-affirmations. Self-approval is a daily commitment that strengthens over time. Just as physical strength requires regular exercise, building self-approval requires continuous mental and emotional effort. Affirm your worth each day, acknowledge your progress, and practice kindness in moments of struggle. The more you engage in self-affirming practices, the stronger your self-worth will become. This inner strength becomes a powerful shield against the ups and downs of life, helping you navigate with resilience and confidence. Conclusion: taking back your power involves a series of intentional shifts. Stopping the pursuit of external validation, setting firm boundaries, and reframing rejection. It's about understanding that true confidence and self-worth come from within, not from others. When you take responsibility for your emotions, avoid comparison, and practice self-compassion, you create a life grounded in inner peace and self-assuredness. Imagine a life where other people's actions, opinions, and judgments no longer hold power over your happiness. By incorporating these lessons into your life, you can unlock the strength to live joyfully, unshaken by external forces, and deeply rooted in your own self-worth. This journey to reclaiming personal power is an ongoing practice, but it leads to a life filled with more joy, freedom, and authenticity. If these lessons resonated with you and you're ready to reclaim your personal power, take the first step by sharing this message. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content focused on personal growth, confidence, and inner strength. Join our community as we support each other in becoming the best versions of ourselves. Thank you for being here. Let's keep growing together.